Hello and welcome to CATEX TV. Today is Thursday the 8th of May. In escalating tensions in Nigeria following yesterday's Boko Haram attack, which has killed hundreds in the country's northeast, according to multiple sources, police have now offered $300,000 for information leading to the rescue of more than 200 schoolgirls held hostage by the armed group. Offers of support from special forces have come in from the US, UK, France and Canada. The UK are offering a team that is concentrating on planning and giving advice to local officials rather than any ground operations, but it is also understood to have ordered that the UK government has ordered locally based liaison officers from the SAS to help on the rescue mission. British Special Forces previously took part with their Nigerian counterparts in an attempted rescue of a British hostage, Chris McManus, who was killed by his captors during Operation to Free Him in March last year. In the South China Sea, tensions are rising after a collision where it is alleged that Chinese vessels rammed into Vietnamese vessels, which has been described as an act of intimidation. Vietnam has accused China of attacking its ships in the South China Seas. The waters have become a source of friction between the regional giant and its neighbours. The Foreign Ministry in Hanoi yesterday said that the collisions caused considerable damage to the Vietnamese ships. Tran Due Hai, a foreign ministry official, said on May the 4th Chinese ships intentionally rammed two Chinese Sea Guard vessels. Chinese ships with air support sought to intimidate the Vietnamese vessels and a water cannon was used. In Brazil, the federal police have threatened to stage a nationwide strike during the month-long World Cup if the government does not increase their pay and improve working conditions. Officers held a protest rally yesterday outside Rio de Janeiro concert hall, where the national team coach Felipe Scolari was announcing his lineup for the soccer tournament, which is due to begin on the 12th of June. In Monte Carlo, Monaco, one of the wealthiest members and the head of one of the wealthiest families is fighting for her life after she and her chauffeur were victims of a savage shooting in Nice on the French Riviera. Detectives are investigating whether Helen Pastor, 77, whose property-owning dynasty is close to Monaco's royal family, was the target of a mafia-style hit. And in the insurance market, the share price of beleaguered Nasdaq-listed insurer Tower Group fell by a further 23.8% in trading yesterday to hit a new low of $1.70. The stock has now weakened by 34% since Tower made a late filing of its 10K form on Friday the 2nd of May. The collapse brings Tower's share price roughly into line with a tangible book value, implying that the market expects its takeover by Amtrust founder Michael Carfunkel's APC Re vehicle to be consummated at around that price. The world's biggest reinsurer, Munich Re, today reported a 5% drop in its first quarter profit, held back by a strengthening euro, and said it remained on course to post earnings of about 3 billion euros, that's about $4.1 billion for the year as a whole. The result was in line with guidance from the company last week that profits would come in at around 900 million euros, but fell slightly short of the consensus of analysts. And finally, I guess some good news for the insurance industry is that the impact of the Somali pirates to the global economy fell by almost half last year as attacks slumped, but piracy in West Africa is increasing and more than 50 hostages remain in captivity. An annual maritime security report published yesterday by Oceans Beyond Piracy put the total cost of Somali piracy, the largest single threat to international shipping in recent years, at only $3.2 billion in 2013. That's all from us today. We'll be back with you at the same time tomorrow. Until then, thank you and goodbye.